Hi everybody, it's Donna. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm happy to have you, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we are looking at some unexpected personal safety tips that every senior needs to know. Some of them may not shock you terribly. You've probably heard of them, but there may be a couple that might surprise you. So let's just jump right in and see, okay? So we want to live our best lives, and we want to do our best to be happy and safe all the time, right? So we do have to think about some things, and personal safety to me has to be number one. And it's not easy when you're single, or when you live alone, or when you're a senior, even as a couple or a few people sharing, you know? So you really need to think about what can help you to stay safe and what can help you to keep your home safe, things like that, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about, or the first tip I want to give you, is stay connected. Really important that you stay connected to people. So you stay connected by phone, social media, even your neighbor. Wave at your neighbor, say hello, make sure they know what you're up to, or if you're leaving for a while, things like that. Your neighbors can absolutely help keep you safe, no doubt about that, okay? And social media, people know you're around, they know you're okay. Maybe you have a friend on social media, or a family member on social media that you say you'll check in once a day so they know you're okay. And that way, if you don't check in, somebody can check on you, you know? Things like that. You got to start thinking these things, okay? The second thing I want to say is you want a home safety checklist, okay? So you need to make sure your home is safe. You want to look at these things like door locks, window locks. Maybe you need some outdoor or indoor motion lights. And why I say indoor is because some people will have motion lights under their bed. And if they get up in the middle of the night, as soon as they put their feet on the ground, it lights up and you can see your way to the bathroom. Some people will have a motion light in their hallway or in their bathroom, depending on how big your place is, if you can afford it, and all of that kind of stuff. But anything that we can do to help keep us safe so we don't slip and fall, so we are aware of what's going on around us, and we know that we have bought good quality locks. There's also a peephole for your door, which would be really good. Or another thing that you could use is a doorbell. It's a monitor, so it monitors who comes to your door. And I know technology is scary for some people, some seniors, but we really need to embrace as much as we can. There are community groups that'll help teach us. We'll do a whole video on this kind of stuff, okay? And be able to enable the technology that we need to thrive in our golden years, right? So that's what we want to do. So that was the second one. Now, the third one is, we need to, when we take a walk, we want to be safe, okay? If we're out in the environment, we're out in the world, we have to be safe, okay? So when you go out for a walk, you want to maybe bring a dog with you. You want to have a loud whistle or something like that. An alarm set on your phone that you can just set off if you need to, if you need help. You need to walk proud and strong, okay? So as proud and strong as possible. You don't want people to think that you can't handle yourself, that you're not capable, okay? Just because you walk with a cane or you use a wheelchair does not mean that you are not capable, okay? So walk as tall and proud and strong as you can, depending on your circumstances, right? You want to make sure that you are showing that you are there and you are present, okay? So then the next thing that we're going to look at, and these things we will look at each of them separate in separate videos, and I'll go more into depth. This is just kind of an overview, okay? And then the next thing, so the fourth thing you want to do is really trust your intuition. And that's all about me anyway. If you know me at all from my other channel, North Star Tarot, you know I'm an intuitive tarot reader, and intuition is so important. I wrote a book on intuition. Intuition is very, very important, okay? So don't underestimate the power of your intuition, okay? If something feels off, it's off, okay? If something doesn't feel right in your gut, if a situation feels dangerous or feels it's out of place, get yourself out of it, okay? No need to stick around for anything like that. Listen to your gut. It will save you many, many times. Maybe it'll tell you to go a different route on your walk. Maybe your intuition will say, you should go this way. You should listen, because maybe the other way, maybe there's an accident. You can't get through, you know? So you will find that out as you trust your intuition and you listen to your intuition, okay? So that is one thing that you can definitely do to help with your safety. The next thing, the fifth thing, is secure your personal information. So you want to make sure you have passwords that are good, that people are not going to guess really, really easy. There are apps that save your passwords for you so that you don't have to remember them. Or you can write them in a little book and just put the book somewhere that's not obvious, okay? So yeah, or name a file on your computer, but don't name it passwords. You want to name it something else, right? So whatever it is, you want to keep your personal information secure. As we often downsize, as we retire, we move, we downsize, we get rid of stuff. All this old paperwork and stuff, you want to make sure it's shredded. You want to make sure that this information that has any banking information, your social insurance number, your date of birth, any stuff like that is shredded, okay? Not all the other stuff, but you know, the stuff that's very, very important. You know, the numbers that identify you, your date of birth, that kind of stuff, okay? So you really want to be careful with your personal information. You want to make sure that you have protection on your computer so you don't get these hacks or these scammers coming in, right? So there's different programs that are good for that. And we will do a video on that kind of stuff when I do the technology video, and we will cover some of those programs, okay? So that's another thing you want to do, all right? And I think the last one we're going to talk about today and mention today is you want to join a community or a group. Now that might be a little bit of a surprise to you, right? Because this is personal safety. But personal safety also means that you belong somewhere, right? Someone expects you. Someone gets to know you. Someone knows your habits. Someone knows when you should be here, when you shouldn't be here. You know, all this kind of stuff. And then what's available to you. And often other people, our age, can help us with other apps that maybe we're not aware of, or other things we're not aware of that can really help us. So there's lots of good community services or good community groups out there that we can join and that we can get involved and really, really help with anything that we may need to help keep us safe. So that's just a few little things that I just wanted to touch on right now. We will, again, I say, go through these things more thoroughly, but please make some really smart choices about the equipment you use at home, the safety stuff you're using. Have your emergency checklist, all that kind of stuff, okay? You need emergency numbers there, just to keep you safe, right? And all that kind of stuff. So make sure that you are reaching out, getting to know your neighbors a little bit. You don't have to be their best friend, but you should know them a bit. And make sure that you are thinking about the good quality equipment you're using for your doors and locks and your motion lights, outdoors or indoors or both. And you know what? They're not hard to hook up. And there are many, many handymen around that you can hire, or handy women around that you could hire that could do it for a very, very reasonable price. Okay? So anyway, thank you for sharing this few moments with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again on Sassy Seniors. Blessings, my dear. Have a wonderful day.